What up YouTube, it's your boy King Bookie coming to the house with another video breakdown of the Mandalorian. I know I was a little too late to break it down of the Mandalorian, but hopefully everybody saw the episode before we're gonna get to the Ahsoka episode this Friday, because we knew that they were not gonna have the Ahsoka episode in this episode, because the guy who created Ahsoka was not directing this episode. So yeah, so it will be on the this Friday. Hopefully we'll see Ahsoka Atana. But let's get back to the other part. I'm gonna break down as much as I can about the Mandalorian, the chapter, the siege. Um, Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian were just leaving Trask, and they were gonna go to the planet to find Ahsoka Tano, and I guess they had some kind of mechanical failures. So Baby Yoda went into this little cavern where go fix it, and he had like these two jumper cables. One was red and one was blue, and the Mandalorian was telling him to take the blue one and put it onto the red one, and take the red one and put it onto the blue one. But he was trying to explain to the Baby Yoda, and he didn't understand it. He's like, you could see, and he's talking his baby gibberish, and he told him, do not touch these two cables, because you're charged, just like jumper cables, because he was probably trying to jump the hyperspeed or something like that. He says, well, Baby Yoda, somehow he touches the cables, and then you see smoke coming out of smoke, and then the Mandalorian says, "You okay?" And he's like, he's okay, and but then we have the scene where the Mandalorian and the Baby Yoda are drinking something, drinking water or something like that. And then you see that the Mandalorian, he doesn't take off his mask, but he lifts off the mask, and you see Baby Yoda like staring at him as well. What are you doing? Because Mandalorians are not supposed to, but he was just like astonished that that didn't he looked like he was gonna take off the mask, but he was just drinking. So then he goes, how about, he tells Baby Yoda, would you like to go back to Navarro because and get some repairs on the ship, to go to the planet where the so good on. So let's go back to Navarro and meet some friends, and they hopefully they could fix the ship. So then he lands on Navarro, and you see his two friends, the girl and I forgot what his name is, but like the bounty hunter that gave the Mandalorian the bounties in the episode 1, he appeared in there, and so then they come out of the ship, and so then he goes, what is my credit? Is my credit still good around this, here? Because and he goes, Book tells these two guys, two aliens, an alien and a guy, to fix the sky crest. So then they go and fix it, and then and then he comes, he grabs Baby Yoda, cause he's like, so then they went back to the town, and everything, and then they were gonna go into this little bar scene, from the episode, from series 1. um they changed. You could see that in the background, the IG statue. If you gotta, you see, as soon as they're gonna go into the little school, if you look to the side, you see a statue of the IG. The statue, because he sacrificed himself, to save the Mandalorian and his friends, from, so they like put homage to the IG robot. So you didn't notice it. So then, while they were going into this room, they see that there's a classroom going on, and then you see the teacher in the background. It's like a C3PO. Looks like C3PO, but droid, but it was a female, and so she's like discussing all the stuff that's happened in the universe, and so then the Mandalorian's friend takes Baby Yoda and puts it down at the desk, and the Mandalorian got mad at him and says, I go wherever the Baby Yoda, he does not leave my sight. So he said, well, we're gonna go. There's no place for baby. You don't want baby to go. So then, so he leaves him there, and what's really he was there's this boy that was sitting right next to him, and he, like, Baby Yoda is like, wants him to give him some of the food, because the boy was eating some, like, macaroons, I guess, blue. They were blue, and and then he told him no. The little boy told him no, no. So then, like, the Baby Yoda, he uses the Force, and he gets the macaroons, and you see him eating it. So then, okay, so then let's go. So Mandalorian, when he went with his two friends, they went back to his friends, like, I guess where his headquarters or something like that, and then they run into that blue guy, the first bounty, from episode 1, the blue guy, Hiroshi Sands. If you remember that gentleman, that fish guy, blue guy, well, he was trying to pay off his dad, or because and he was keeping all the records. He's like the bookkeeper, for the guy, bookkeeper. So then they said that they go. So his friend told him that there's these, the Empire is on his planet, that they're doing some kind of they're doing some testing or something, or they're just laboratory, that he wants them to get rid of the laboratory and get them out of his planet. So then they go to the base. You see him and his two friends and the blue guy, Bluefish. They're in this ship, from, like, remember Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker was going on that kind of speeder ship, like in New Hope, in the beginning of New Hope. Well, okay, so then they were arrived to the to front of the entrance of the base, and the blue guy says, what do you want me to stay here, or something like that? Like, he says, well, he says, you better, and then his friend says, you better stay here. Now I'm gonna add more, I guess, add more time to his thingy, or to his dad, or take off, because if then he comes to help him. So then the Mandalorian, he jetpacks, and rockets, and he goes to the top of the base, and the two friends and the blue guy were, they were trying to get the elevator open, So then you see the Mandalorian, he must have, killed these stormtroopers, and one fell down, and the um so then the elevator opens, and stuff. So then they go into in the elevator, and they go into the base, and the Mandalorian, they gonna shoot off with the stormtroopers and that stuff. So they got to this one part where they have the a laboratory, and you see the Mandalorian. He looks, and they're doing some kind of laboratory work, like cloning or something like that. And it reminds you of, like, from when I'm from, it was they were doing cloning something, but you didn't see it. Was look like Snoke when the Emperor was trying to clone him. So, and then the blue guy was messing with the operator thingy where they killed the two officers guys that were commit attain, so then he runs into this thing where has the doctor. Remember the doctor from episode 1, where he took, why they wanted Baby Yoda? They wanted Baby Yoda because they wanted to use his blood, his melanin Colorian's blood to use Baby Yoda's blood to these clones. So then so yeah, I forgot. They, so then, they were trying to get the volcano to explode, the base. So then they went to this mine shaft where the reactor was. So they turned, so the blue guy goes in there, and he, plays with it, and he turns in the reactor, and they tell him, we got to get out of here. We got 10 minutes. So then yeah, but so then they they got off the planet. I mean, out of the base, because they jumped onto this transportation ship, transporter, and they were, you know um the two friends and the blue guy were like, they were trying to avoid the stormtroopers and the bikes, speeder bikes, and they were trying to kill them. And so then they you see one of the black guy, he goes into the turret in the background to to shoot the guys and that stuff. So then and but yeah, so then later on you see this, like, the Mandalorian comes out at the end, because these TIE fighters from the Empire, they were like chasing them, because they killed the Emperors with this, the stormtroopers were on the bike. So they and then now they have those TIE fighters that were following them and stuff, so then yeah, they got out of a little cavern, because they were in a cavern. They got out of there, and then you see the Mandalorian. He, in the Razor Crest, because he left to get Baby Yoda. And you see Baby Yoda, yeah, this is the best scene. I mean, in the whole thing, you see he was like having so much fun and stuff. So and so fun, and and so then he kills the last TIE fighter, and he's like, you see his friends on the ground were like, yes, they killed it. So then yeah, so then I guess the Mandalorian like left because he's gonna go to Ahsoka Tano. But then you go to the scene where the two friends, went back to the town. But remember those police officers from the second episode around the series two? The I forgot there's two police officers that were chasing the Razor Crest. Well, um they were asking, what happened. They want to investigate what happened to the, how did the base blow up, and he's oh, did I mention anything about? Because he said something when you left about Razor Crest. He said I didn't say anything about Razor Crest, and so, and then he told them if I hear anything, I'll let you know. So then the guy leaves, and then he goes talking to the girl, and he goes, you know that he wants her to join the her forces, join them, and she told him no, I'm not. And he goes, oh, I see in my records that you're from Alderaan. Did you lose any? I served in. He goes, I served in Alderaan. Did you have anybody? Did you lose anybody? He goes, I lost everything. So then he goes. Then he puts down like this medallion thingy, the symbol of the lions, I guess shield. He puts it down, and then so then shield. So then we went back to then we go to the scene. Remember the two people that were fixing the Razor Crest. Well, one of the alien guy, he probably saw the Baby Yoda, and he wanted, get the bounty. So you know what he did? He placed a tracker on the Razor Crest so that Moff Gideon will find him. Um, so then he got, the alien guy. He talks to some general, I don't know, and tells him that I placed the tracking device on the Razor Crest, and then she walks off, and she tells Moff Gideon that that Baby Yoda's still alive. I guess Baby Yoda's still alive, and he's still with the Mandalorian, and you see that in the background, like these robots, that it looks like that's what they were planning to use, that to cloning base, the cloning base. So then we cut scene to the Mandalorian, the Baby Yoda, and I forgot. He was like having so much fun that Baby Yoda just throws up the the cookies, the blue, like that. Run like from, like, remember when Groot did the same thing too, but and he threw up. It's like from the Avengers. Then run into that. So then this Friday will be the Ahsoka Tano. We're hoping to God it is, but we gotta wait to see. So, yeah, we'll see I'm breaking down what the Ahsoka Tano thing next weekend. But I wanna hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful for all my subscribers and my health, and and I'm thankful that we're still alive, and hopefully this pandemic will be over, and I maybe could go back to football games. So this is my breakdown for the Mandalorian Siege. I'll see you next Monday. Hope when I'll break down Ahsoka a ton of episodes. So this is King Pookie, and I'll see you guys in the next video.